for the Dickinson Rough Riders is Jack Price. Next batter is Kyler Paderna.
bought that with the first day.
Lots of all.
Good and quiet. Am I okay?
Oh, yeah, you're doing
All right.
all right.
All right. Ballpark, Dickinson again, one go to the top.
The next batter is Camden Kubas.
Followed by Mac Wright, top of the order, Kyle Kuzma. I have trouble out, be ready to go to work out. A couple of strikeouts, he had a 1-2 training last week, he retired the last game of batter in the first inning. With a pick. And our first strike was, but by now, got over that, still caught the strike also. 0-1.
Pitcher had a little bit of
Control issues,
The batters walked a couple of
They found a way.
runs.
At the corner again, so that 0-2 we found.
Second inning was pretty uneventful.
Wyatt,
Top of the
that
valley
he
scores
really
5-1.
brings the heat. He's got a tackle fastball. After he just destroyed the catcher's wet glove, they're gonna get a different glove. And whether in the pocket and throw him a different one. Lose one glove, let's say, oh, he ruined it today in the ball. Got number one in the bank, so.
Post two.
Throw that fastball away, change it up a little bit.
Catcher off the side.
When you re-string it or either buy a new one.
First base.
Throwing it hard, it's higher for the ball. Even the ball, you can hear him pop all the way up there when you miss it. That one.
Second base, Brigham, shortstop.
One and two.
Third base, Joe
Young,
McGowan.
1-2 delivery. Kubas waved, and this was that.
Outfield,
Hundred
third
play
play
off.
off.
William ball game.
Nelson on the right. Hunter Geary.
That's swing to the plate.
The next batter is Jack Price.
Reached down in the air, and yeah, this ball game, eventually, came around to score Dickinson. And they do the year. Flat out, bottom of the third, fourth, and five. The other team scored in the second, so we're at 5-1 here.
Yeah.
Hit the dirt.
They actually don't have that in here. That's crazy. No. That'd be a good one.
1-0,
What's that? Another one bites the dust for a strikeout.
Strikeouts on the way. Fly ball.
Stay in.
Over there.
Can't see it inside camera, but it'll be just inside the opening. First base thing.
Nice effort over there, so did the first base. He got peeled out of the way. And that's the top. Looks like they're in the club, so the count goes even at 1 ball. And 1 strike, nobody out, and 1 out here. We play. And any number 3, the top half of the third inning. Back into the batter's box comes Price. And they're getting Georgetown. They found the way. Swing a bit, full swing a bit, out in front of it, Price, 1-2 the count. The last 4 batters, he has faced 3 of them, he has struck out, he's looking for 4 out of 5. Count out at 1 ball and 2 counts.
Price.
1-2 the count.
Second time up today, for
Deep
one.
and left, medium, deep and center, and right, 4 Fargo Colts 2. They found a way, without a point.
Fly ball.
But if you were close to Gilbert, and right to Woodward, it's Nelson, and in between those 2, under Gary, Centerfield. Again, ready to go to work. 1-2 delivery. And out, he pulled it again, and that's that little thing, and out front of right. Strike out number 4 in the ball, strike out.
Next batter is Jake Bulliett.
2 out, strike out, yeah, that was first, yeah. And the ball game back in the top of the first inning, single to right to center. He's got the Gilbert back in line. It's a pick on the way, he's on the count. 0-1, so 0-1.
Did I announce the wrong batter?
0-1 count.
Is this Kyler?
And right.
Oh, this is Kyler?
I
know it's wrong.
That left it, Chief didn't catch up. Count 4-2.
You gotta hit the first time.
Okay, Bob, here comes Kalbadowski again with the pitch. This is for the ball. Yes, yes. He's the pitch. The Dalton up here, so they don't track, both are heading to the dugout, now they're ready to call it strike 3, but they called it ball 1, so 1-2 the count. Here comes the pitch. Now that one, you strike 3.
Next batter.
Those are my glasses. When you got that number on, he had cut down, right after the first inning, the batter spilled by the one. And baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes they're going to have a speed run out. High school play.
Rough start, but settled in nicely in the second inning.
But he's still there pretty well.
Okay. This batter's White Kozadowski.
Brigham
I'm back with you. That's the play. Lee Hilmer leading it off. Number 14.
Oh, Brander Helmer. Gosh, my own son.
Yeah, his last pitch eventually scored one of Cardinals' 5 runs in that first inning.
Yeah, this is too many things to do.
Well,
I gotta get this down. I just announced my son's the wrong name.
Then 5 runs in the first inning. Then a 1, 2, 3 inning, 3 run outs to Price that goes down. 1, 2, 3 innings. Keep it going here in the third. That becomes a stage.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I announced my son is somebody else.
Junior to see.
Nice one, Dad.
Yeah, seriously, he'll get me for that one.
Keenan,
He's gonna blame that on you now.
Yeah. Next batter is Caleb Brigham.
Brigham is
Brigham.
first. 5-run first. Okay. Ready? Well, should be on 1-0 the count.
Outside corner.
1 ball and 1 strike, so 1-1 the count. 1-1 count.
Straight nonetheless. Counts 1-1.
I'm ready to go. Should be out. Okay. Just a bit high, a bit outside. The count goes
Closer to
2
one.
outs. Should be out. 1-1 count. Effort comes in at third. Fly ball. Right field.
Right field.
That way it out there. Got it measured. He's got it all in. Count 9 on the play.
Next batter is Grayson Doctor.
Then ring by
Grayson Doctor.
to the plate.
Also the doctor. First inning.
His team up 5-1, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. Getting ready on the mound. To the windup. Move the pitch. Strike 1. Strike 1 out. Looks like it's out of the Alpine. Nice little move here in the second and third inning. Both the guys. He has the advantage of it because he's got a 5-1 lead. Strike 2, swing strike 2 is out there. A walk, at least a loaded walk, and going in the left hand. Lead. First inning. 5 on first inning. Here's the pitch again. On the way, bombed it up the middle. Somebody a base of Eddie, and then center field. First, base hit. Ends the streak of 6.
Your next batter is Hunter Geary.
Center fielder.
Did a long game for Farmer Full Stephen. Gary for the play. Gary had a single and drove it 2 runs in last time. Going back up the middle. In the third, and did a shatter. First time out, holding the runner on at first. That pitch settled high for a ball. So 1-0 the count. No count. Siniano can adjust here. For time 6 in a row, gave up a hit. A little younger, but maybe longer. Really Siniano terrible, really first base. That's Ganbaum, like an offensive lineman, just threw his body out there and kept it in front of him.
Single first inning.
Bring up the pitch to Jeff from Siniano with the count 1-0 with 2 outs and 1 out so far. Go down to the bottom of the third. They found a way. Couple. Up high for ball 2. 2-0 count.
That's 2-0.
2-0 count. Flag moving center field. Pitch out of the way. Ooh, hit hard.
Hit hard out to left field.
Backed up.
Right fielder.
So had it played up the ball. Just a deep fly ball.
One hit, no errors.
After the bottom of the third, the score is still Dickinson Rough Riders 1, Fargo Post 2 5. There were 0 runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base.
All right. Sorry about the last inning there, the last top of the fourth. There were some technical difficulties trying to get the live stream to work correctly. So, it's been silent so far, at least from the broadcast standpoint, so I'll try and catch you up just to make sure that we're all on the same page. Exciting first inning for both teams. Dickinson started out with a couple hits, got a run across, and then Fargo returned the favor. Dickinson pitcher struggled a little bit in the first inning, but has settled in since then. Hit a couple batters, had a couple runs driven in. And we are now headed into the bottom of the fourth. Score is 5-1, and we will have second opportunity here for a couple of the post 2 players to make something happen and extend the lead a little bit. Looks like Elijah Inger is going to come up to the plate to start this inning off. He was hit in the head in the first inning.
The next batter is Elijah Inger.
And we are here to start the bottom of the fourth. Again, it will be Elijah Inger, and then back to the top. Oshak will get his third at bat of the game. Elijah Inger, ground ball to the third baseman. Over to first for out number 1. That brings up catcher Sam Oshak. Sam reached on what I probably would have given a hit. Hard ball right at the first baseman. First baseman tried to field it, but couldn't get it over to first in time. Sam gets down the line pretty fast. And then second at bat, he grounded out, and a little easier one for the first baseman to handle. So he's, according to Game Changer, 0 for 2, but I'd give him 1 for 1. It's a ground ball, hard ground ball to the second baseman. So Sam's hit the ball hard a couple times. And that will bring up Wyatt Kosadowski. Wyatt was hit by a pitch in the first inning. 1 of 3 or 4. Looks like he's going to show a bunt here and pull it back. Take inside for ball 1. Ground ball foul. Ground ball, high chopper to third base. Over to first for out number 3. So with no hits, no errors, no one left on base. Scores 5-1 after the bottom 4. That'll bring us to the top of the 5th inning. All right, here we go. Top of the 5th inning.
Up to bat for the Rough Riders is Will Eason.
And that will bring up Will Eason, the DH. And Wyatt Kosadowski is still pitching. He's at 49 pitches to start the 5th inning. He said, again, gave up a couple hits in the 1st inning, but other than that, he's followed that up with 7 strikeouts, ground ball, 1 flyout. He's had a pretty productive evening on the mound so far, and evens the count at 1-1. Strike 2. Eason, the batter, is 0 for 1 today. Tries the outside corner, just a little bit too far outside. Evens the count at 2-2. Curveball. First baseman fields it. Wyatt fields the position correctly, and we have our first out of the inning.
Next up is Nick Sobolik.
Doctor came off the bag, fielded it cleanly. Over to Kosadowski for the out. So again, after giving up a couple hits in the 1st inning, pretty much shut him down. This will bring up Sobolik. Sobolik is 0 for 1. Takes ball 1. Nice day out here at Jack Williams. Wind's blowing pretty much straight out, not too terribly hard. Nice sunny day for the post 2 home opener. Curveball in for strike 1. Counts even at 1-1. Curveball in the dirt. Goshek's going to take a little walk here. Might have come up and hit him in the throat. That brings out pitching coach. Come out and check to make sure he's okay. Gunner decides he's fine. Sam says, I'm good. And we are now count 2-1. Foul ball, 2-2. Another foul ball. Strike 3 on a curveball. So 2 down. Nobody on, and that gives us Wyatt's 8th strikeout.
Now up to bat, Christian Tibor.
We'll bring up Christian Tibor, catcher. Takes ball 1. He's 0 for 1 today. Strike 1. Evens the count at 1-1. Low. 2-1. Ooh, just outside. Looked pretty good to me. It's 3-1. Ball hit out to right center. Caden Nelson will haul it in for out number 3. And that will lead us to
Score is Rough Riders 1.
top or the bottom of the 5th.
0 hits, 0 runs.
No hits, no runs, no errors. And that leaves the score at 5-1. Fargo Post 2 heading into the bottom of the 5th. And we'll be right back. All right. So here we go. Start the bottom of the 5th. Siminow still pitching for Dickinson. And Caden Nelson will be up to start the bottom of the 5th. Caden's hit the ball twice. Hit it pretty well both times, but he's got to reach base, putting the bat on the ball. Take strike 1 on the inside corner. Ball high. Ball hit out center field. Again, Caden putting the bat on the ball right at center fielder. That'll bring up Jonah DeYoung. Jonah is 0 for 1 today with a walk and a run scored. Takes ball 1 outside. Curveball for strike 1. Young ground ball to shortstop. Over to first base for out number 2. So again, putting the bat on the ball.
Is Brander Hilbert.
That will bring up Brander Hilmert for his 3rd at bat. Brander is 0 for 1 with a hit, pitch, run scored, and a strikeout. He's kind of done it all today. Takes ball 1. Ball 2 outside. Take strike 1. outside. 3-1. Swings and misses. That'll fill up the count. Full count. 2 down. And he said he went. I don't know. We got the eagle eyes view here. I would disagree with that, but that leaves us with no hits, no errors, no one left on base. That'll bring us up to the top of the 6th inning. Fargo Post 2 leads 5-1. And for those of you that follow other Post 2 teams, the Bombers are up in Grand Forks tonight. And they are currently down 9-4 in the 3rd. Again, that's the Bombers. They're up in Grand Forks. Our game here, Jack Williams for the Post 2 home opener. Fargo Post 2 5, Dickinson 1. All right, here we go to start the top of the 6th inning. And Wyatt will start this inning out. 65 pitches, been fairly efficient today. Again, gave up a couple hits in the 1st inning, but other than that, has been relatively untouched. First pitch in there for ball 1. Two and 1. Fly ball out of play. Let's count it 2-2. Kubis is 0 for 1 today. Kubis is playing second base for Dickinson. And get strike 3, drop 3rd strike. Oshak nice and easy. Good job by Grayson Doctor there to shift his feet across the bag and get the out. So Wyatt gets another strikeout. And that will put him at 9. Retired 14 in a row since the 1st inning and 9 strikeouts. Curveball for strike 1. Strike 2 on the outside corner. This brings up Price. Price is 0 for 2. It's a leadoff hitter. Price is a shortstop. Fly ball out to right field. That just carried over Nelson's head. He was on it, but it just kept carrying. But that'll get Dickinson's 3rd hit of the night. That'll be a double for Price. And that will bring up Moderna, center fielder. And he's 1 for 2 today. So it's been since the first inning Dickinson had anybody on base, and with a 2 out, or 1 out double, excuse me. Time by the umpire. Looks like we called a balk. Well, must have been a box, so that'll move the runner over to third. That's ball 1. Ball 2. Now we're going to get a timeout, and Pup is going to come out and have a word, make sure everybody stays calm, and so again, nice night out here. If you're just sitting at home in Fargo, it's a good night to come out and catch a baseball game. No mosquitoes yet. And they'll be out soon enough. Nice little breeze. Good day to be at the ballpark. Not to mention you can get a cookie. All right, counts 2-0. Foul ball, straight back. Foul ball, out. Grayson's under it. Moved a little bit and unable to squeeze the ball. So it's foul ball. And that just leads us to strike here. It was moving just a little bit, and it kind of popped out of Grayson Doctor's glove, and batter gets another hack at it. Counts 2-2, 1 out. Runner on third. Another fly ball. This one's out to the left side. DeYoung's looking at it. Kind of lost it. Got a little bit. Might have heard the footsteps of the railing there on the third base dugout. And so it's two foul balls, and the wind's blowing just enough to make that those what would normally on a calm day be nice easy pop-ups be a little bit more tricky. It's kind of blowing straight out and sometimes swirling out to left center, so it is moving a little bit. Still 2-2. Ground ball to the shortstop and misplays it a little bit. And that'll be an error on the shortstop, and that'll put a runner on first and third. So 1 out, runner on first and third.
Next batter is Jake Valiant.
We'll bring up Jake Valiant. And he is 0 for 1 today with an RBI and a strikeout. All right, so runner on first and third. Dickinson relatively silent since the first inning, putting a little pressure on post 2 here. Wyatt comes back with strike 1. Strike 2. Time called by the batter. Ball high. Good spot for that pitch. See if we can get him to chase it for strike 3. Decent sized lead over at first. Getting a good lead over there, but doesn't seem like they want to be running. So counts even 2-2. Ball inside. Last couple pitches have been pretty close. So full count. Runner goes, strike. So strike 3, gets the out. Stolen base.
The next batter is Brady Hecker.
So 2 outs, and that brings up Brady Hecker. Brady is 1 for 2. Takes curveball for strike 1. Ball high. Ball outside. Again, looks pretty close. Time called by the catcher. Ball outside. So 3-1. Strike, outside corner. Full count. Runner on second and third. And blows it past him for strike 3. And that will end the inning. Kozlowski picking up his 11th strikeout. Finishing that an inning with 90 pitches. And after the top of the 6th, score is 4-1. 1 hit. All right, to start the top of the 6th, post 2 will bring up Brigham and Dr. Gary. Brigham is 1 for 2 today, picked up a hit and RBI and scored a run in the first. Seminow still pitching for Dickinson. Gets strike 1. Starting this inning at 64 pitches again. Take away the first inning, and this has been pretty much all about the pitchers. Strike. One looked a little bit outside for me. Counts 1 and 2. Next ball 1 inside. Or ball 2, excuse me. 2 and 2. safe. Drop the ball. Good hustle by Brigham down the line. It's a good play by the shortstop. First baseman did a pretty good job of trying to scoop that one, but I think the sand might have taken it out of the glove. He had to dig pretty deep to get that one, so Brigham will get on. That'll be an infield hit for Brigham, so that's his second hit of the game. And that will bring up Cameron Doctor. Big cut for strike one. Doctor's 1 for 1 and reached in the first inning via hit by pitch. Runners going, and looks like we're going to have an error by the shortstop. Back-to-back errors. The official ruling on Brigham's was an error. Again, I'd probably give him a hit. That was a tough play, but so back-to-back errors. We'll put runners on first and second. That'll bring up Hunter Geary. Geary shows bunt, puts it down. Good play. Good play by the first baseman there to get the out at third. So Geary reaches on the fielder's choice. First baseman made a really good play. He was charging all the way. And Brigham got thrown out at third. So it brings up Elijah Enger. Enger grounded out and was hit by a pitch. Enger takes strike one, shows bunt, gets the first baseman to charge. So Doctor and Geary on second and first respectively. Elijah Enger up at the plate. Low one in the dirt. Gets away from the catcher, but not quite far enough, especially since it's to the third base side. And the runners will stay right where they're at. Strike two in the outside corner. Oh, count is 1 and 2. And takes strike 3 for out number 2. That'll bring up Sam Oshak, the leadoff for post 2. So we had Brigham reach on an error. Grayson reach on an error. Had the attempt to sacrifice bunt, and first baseman made a nice play and threw out Brigham going to third. Got a strikeout, so that's 2 outs, and that'll bring up Sam Oshak leadoff. Sam is 0 for 3 today. Reached on an error in the first inning. Scored a run. He's hit the ball well 2 other times. It's a chance to drive in a run or 2 here and add to the 5-1 post 2 lead. Oh, line drive, another hard hit ball, but right at the first baseman playing off the bag. And that will end the 6th inning. No hits, 2 errors, 2 left on. And no runs. Score is still 5-1.
0 runs on 0 hits, 2
And
errors, and 2 men left on base.
we'll head to the top of the 7th. Again, for those of you that follow other Post 2 teams, the Bombers are now down 9-5 as they travel up to Grand Forks. Take a quick break, and we'll be right back for the 7th inning. All right, so as Oshak throws down to second,
Next up to bat for the
they'll bring up
Rough Riders is Tyler Danbaum.
Dan Baum, 0 for 2. So we're going to get the 5, 6, 7 batters for Dickinson here. Dan Baum's 0 for 2. Easom 0 for 2, and Soblik 0 for 2. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Ball just outside. Again, as you can see the flag there at the top. One mostly straight, but a little off to the left. Caused a little bit of havoc there and a couple foul balls. Could have been out the last inning. Don't know why that one was called a ball, but we're 3-1. Foul ball. Puts us to a full count. So Wyatt has had 11 strikeouts today. Let's see if he can make it 12. And bouncer right back to him, but he handles it, stick with it, and out number 1. Oh, my apologies, forgot to switch the camera there.
Next to bat is Will Easom.
But I assure you, he handled it and did get the out. So out number 1, that brings up Easom, who is 0 for 2 today. Takes ball 1 outside. Easom has struck out once and grounded out. Ground ball. DeYoung picks it up, throws on the run for out number 2. Good play by the third baseman coming over. DeYoung does a really good job of sticking with it and planting his foot just enough to get a good throw over to first for out number 2. And Dickinson down to their last out here. Ball outside. Might have been a little bit low. Swing and a miss. 1-1. outside. Curveball for strike 2. And strike 3 for his 12th strikeout of the game. Wyatt Koskadowski finishes with 104 pitches. 12 strikeouts, gave up 4 hits, 1 run. And the final score, Fargo Post 2 5, Dickinson 1. And that will end the home opener for Fargo Post 2. Again, they win 5-1. We will have game 2 up next, and that will start in about 20 to 30 minutes.